Great. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Liz Keener, and I am the Senior Director of Dealer Development with the Marine Retailers Association of the Americas. And I'm here with John Stillwagon from the American Sport Fishing Association to tell you all about the ASA Education Hub powered by MRAA, explain what it is and how you can use it. So I will let John kind of talk about ASA's role in the Education Hub.
All right, I can't turn my camera on, Liz. Should I
That's
just go
all right.
without?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. As Liz said, it's on ASA's new Education Hub. As most of you know, ASA operates under three core pillars, which are advocacy, education, and community. The advocacy pillar is pretty well established with our government affairs team and the work they do, along with programs like Keep America Fishing, things like that. The community pillar is also very well developed with, ICAST, Sport Fishing Summit, and other community development events. I know we've got a bunch of staff at various conferences around the country this week. But we saw an opportunity to really put some emphasis on the education pillar this year. So after some internal discussions about how best to do that, we decided to partner with MRAA. So if you're not familiar with MRAA, they're the Marine Retailer Association of the Americas. And we worked with them to develop the online resource that we'll be discussing today. The Education Hub is an ASA member-only benefit. We soft launched in early July and did the official launch announcement at ICAST at the industry breakfast on Wednesday morning. In today's seminar, we're going to walk you through how best to use the Education Hub. We're going to talk a little bit about what courses that you and your team can take and how you can take best advantage of this new member benefit. With that said, I'm going to turn things back over to Liz.
Thanks, John. And definitely from the MRAA side, for those, again, that don't know who we are an association just like ASA is, except we represent boat dealers. So very similar interests, a lot of partnership, and a lot of the education that we've been building for 50 years perfectly aligns with what the ASA is doing and what the ASA members are looking for. So we've been really excited for this partnership as well. And we're really excited about the Education Hub. Like John said, we just launched it a couple months ago, and we're already seeing some traction with it, which is really exciting. And what's exciting for anyone that's on the call that is a member of ASA is it's free with your membership. So you might as well use it, check it out, and take advantage. We'll show you how to do that. But definitely something that you should look into after this webinar. So first, thing to think about is, why should we train? What is in it for me as a business owner? Well, the first thing is that it allows you to learn new skills. All the education that we produce is timely, is relevant. It makes sense for what your business is working with today. It also gives you access to a lot of resources. You'll see a lot of our courses have tools, downloads, workbooks, etc., that go along with the education. So you can really learn how to implement it rather just watching a course and moving along. You really get to learn how to implement that into your own business. And also, we have courses that will help you increase productivity. We have courses that will help you become more aware of what's going on in the industry, what's going on with your customer base, etc. We have courses on customer experience that will really help you improve your customer experience if you implement what you've learned. You can also improve sales if you implement what you learned. And it really gives you a competitive advantage because by taking this education, you're really going to be ahead of the curve when it comes to your competitors that aren't taking advantage of learning. The other thing that we really encourage is that you share your login with your team. Teams these days are really looking for training. There's a ton of research out there about especially the millennial and the Gen X, Gen Zs. They're all looking for training. They're really excited to learn more, get more involved in their career. And by you providing that training for them, that gives them a great opportunity to be a part of what you're doing. So by training your team, you can upskill them. Some of them maybe haven't been to school in 5, 10 years, 20 years maybe. You can really help them learn what's going on today in their area that might be different from what they were doing maybe a couple years ago. It also allows you to delegate. If you share these classes with your team, now they can start taking on some of the tasks that maybe you're doing and now they can take care of. There's also adaptability that they'll learn. By learning these classes, they'll learn how to adapt to the market, they'll learn how to adapt to new customers and what they're looking for, and adapt their workflow, which is really important as well. It also, again, leads to some really high employee satisfaction if your team sees that you're investing in education in them. The nice part is you don't have to financially invest any more than your ASA membership, but there's definitely a time investment to allow them to do this, but worth the effort. And employee retention. Employees tend to stay at organizations more often when they are getting training from those organizations. So to kind of back up all of this, I actually pulled some info from Gallup. We just love Gallup. We're always looking at Gallup when it comes to employee engagement. And what they said is that organizations that have made a strategic investment in employee development, like training, have 11% greater profitability and are 2 times as likely to retain employees. We know the workforce is tough out there right now. And so if you have some good people on staff and you can get them some extra training, you're more likely to retain them. So we always recommend it. We're a big training organization. So we're telling people this all the time. But a really important thing to do is get your employees that continued training. So specifically diving into the ASA Education Hub, what is it and how is it going to help your business? Well, the first thing is it's got more than 70 courses today, and we are adding more courses all the time. As ASA does advocacy webinars, as we do some webinars, as we do other education things, we're constantly putting more things in there. The ICAST content from 2024 is already in the hub. We're going to put some stuff in there from Summit. So a lot of stuff is being added, which is really exciting. It makes it, a fluid system where you can go in pretty often and find new content. It's available 24/7. So it's online. Once you have a login, you can get it whenever you want, wherever you want. So a really great opportunity for you whenever you want to train. Our main topics within the hub are leadership, sales, marketing, advocacy, and research. So this is a great way for you to delve into all those different topics and get courses in every single area. So more specifically, I wanted to kind of highlight some of our hot topics within it so you can kind of dig into what exactly can I take classes on. So we have classes on customer experience, like I mentioned earlier. We have a sales lead process course, website tips and tools, how to create a marketing plan, how to use AI in retail, super hot topic right now, right? Branding your organization, branding your business, how to use video for marketing, how to text your customers and make sure that that makes a better customer experience, how to do email marketing, how to future-proof your business, super important when the economy is always changing, right? How to onboard your staff, super important for employee satisfaction, engagement, and retention. Succession planning for when you're ready to move on from your business. Sustainability, how to train your staff. So again, how to dig into that. We have some courses on that. PFAS, we've been putting the PFAS webinars in there, and the federal excise tax webinar is in there as well. So lots of good stuff coming from both the MRAA side and the ASA side, all in one place. And then you're going to get a lot of content from a lot of different experts, which is really cool. We just wanted to highlight this so you understand the quality of content you're getting. These are just some of our experts. We have more than this, but we have marketing expert and author Marcus Sheridan, very popular in the marketing world. Leadership coach from the Wharton School of Business, John Spence. Hospitality expert Teresa Sire, who really relates what they do in hospitality with how we can offer customer experience. We have entrepreneurial coach and author Jill Young, automotive entrepreneur Paul Daly, MRAA boat dealer expert Bob McCann. Of course, a lot of people know this guy in the top right, professor, author, and businessman Sid Dobrin, who's at ICAST every single year and does some great sessions. Boating and fishing expert Stephanie Vadalaro from the RBFF. And again, this is just some of them. We have more experts than this from, all over, some within the industry and some that are bringing their insight from outside the industry and really relating it to what we do. So how do we get started? So I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to change from my presentation to actually going straight to the website and showing you how do you get started. So we're going to go to this. So here is the ASA website. You're probably familiar with this website as an ASA member, but it's asafishing.org. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to Education and Education Hub. So pretty easy to find. The ASA team has made it so you can find this pretty easily. And so when you click on ASA Education Hub, you're going to see the page that's all about the Education Hub. And then you're going to see here is where you can request access. So you'll click on that. And basically what happens is John will get your request. And once John approves that you are, yes, an ASA member, you will actually get information from the MRAA about what your login is, how to log in. And you'll get a video intro that shows you how to log in, which is, fantastic, especially if you're going to be sharing it with your team. We're going to be showing you this today. But if you're going to be sharing your login with your team, you might want to share the video with them of here's how you actually get in. And then, of course, once you get in, no need to memorize any other links. You can always just come back to this log into Hub to get in. So pretty easy, straightforward. Once you do log into the Hub, you will be on MRAA training. And so this is the dashboard that you will see. And all you do is you scroll over to My Learning. And you'll see the American Sport Fishing Association Education Hub. So totally makes sense, right? And again, you'll see the logo at the top, the name at the top, so you'll know you're in the right place. Again, as we kind of talked about, there's some high-level topics here. So we have advocacy here at the top. These are a lot of videos and webinars that the ASA advocacy team has created. Again, this is an area where we're really adding new stuff all the time. There was a pretty recent PFAS webinar that got added to this, etc. We have some research type videos here. We have sales. And in these content, we have really mixed the ASA content and the MRAA content just based on the topic, right? If you're looking for a sales course, you want to be here. So you'll see some stuff from ICAST as well as some things from the MRAA. We have marketing courses here. And then we have leadership courses down at the bottom. And there are multiple pages of these courses too. So you can kind of flip from page to page to make sure that you are, looking at everything and seeing all that's available to you. Once you kind of find a course that you like, you simply you can hit view details if you want. If you hit view details, you'll see the learning objectives. So you can really understand what will be in the course, as well as a small paragraph explaining what the course is all about. From either this page or that original page, you just hit the launch button. And there you will see the course. Each course has some different elements to it. Some only have one big video module. Others are broken out into several different modules like this one is. And most actually have a tool or a resource or a workbook, etc. So this one is just a great example of this Telling 8 training implementation tool, a little worksheet that you can do. They'll walk through it during the course so you can kind of see what's going on. And these are all downloadable, etc. So again, the whole thing is being able to implement what you're learning from these types of things. I'll go back and just kind of show you, another one, for example. Go back to My Learning and the Hub. We'll pick one of Bob's courses. So again, a couple different modules. There is a test in here. Really, that's just for your own use. Some of them will have tests, and they're just for your own use. If you want to take them, make sure that you implemented the learning and learned what you were supposed to learn, I guess. And again, same thing. There's a PDF for download right here. Pretty easy to see. Download it right here. Sometimes they recommend during the course of when to actually download it, and you can always just skip ahead here on that left-hand side. So that's basically what the Hub is. Again, we're really excited to have this education with ASA. We do have, if you go to it's usually the bottom of your Zoom, there is a kind of area for Q&A. So if you have any questions, please pop them up. We'd love to answer any questions you have or explain anything else about the hub, show you anything else while we're in here. But so feel free to use either that questions tab or the chat. We'd love to kind of answer any questions for you. The other thing that's great is, because we launched this in July, this is available today. I mean, if you went and clicked on that link, again, if you went and did the request access today, signed up, John would get the notification right away, and we could get you set up right away. You can jump in, start taking the classes. It's really fantastic how you can kind of get in there right away. And really, this is just phase one. We've been talking about this with ASA for probably a year now, and more than that, I guess. And this is just phase one. We have some really great improvements coming at some point that will make this even better, even more interactive experience for you. And we can't wait to launch that in 2025 as well. So really fantastic. Same thing, we have that demo video in here. So yeah, I'm not seeing any questions, but if you have them, please just let us know. I'm here to answer questions. John's here to answer questions. We will be talking about this again at Summit. So if you're going to be at Summit, please stop us and ask us any questions.
One of the things I just wanted to add is, the government affairs team has really made it a point of emphasis to do more webinars. I know there's been some PFAS webinars, some sustainability webinars, and as those are completed, that content is posted here to the Education Hub. So it kind of becomes a one-stop shop instead of going to YouTube and searching around or trying to find a link in an email. Everything's right there. And really, as Liz scrolled through the sections, the advocacy section, the research section, those are really ASA content, whereas the sales, marketing, and leadership, that's the stuff we get from MRAA. So it's really a great partnership. As you can see, there are some lunch and learn videos in there from ICAST. Most of that content is good for everybody, but particularly good for retailers and small businesses. Specifically that section right there on practical website tips, I think that session generated more questions at ICAST than any of the other ones that we've done. That's really good content about how to develop a website. Do you do it for yourself, or should you hire a professional to take care of that for you? So that's just one example of the kind of content that we have. And as Liz said, as we wrap up Summit, there will be another big infusion of content as the Summit speaker videos that we're able to post. We're not able to post everything due to speaker agreements and that sort of thing. But that content will be posted as well. And then when after the first of the year, when MRAA wraps up their Dealer Week conference, we'll have even more content. So this is going to be an evolving, constantly growing set of materials that we're pretty excited about.
Yeah, and like John said, I mean, I was just, looking at this again yesterday, and there's this great session. You don't have $10,000 to drop on marketing, neither do I. Fantastic session from ICAST. Right on top of it is how to create a marketing plan, right? And so just tons of opportunities for you, for different members of your team, just opportunities to come here and learn and grow. I would say most of the courses are typically around an hour to an hour and a half when you watch the whole thing through. Again, a lot of them have modules. So if you want to watch one module at a time, that's totally fine as well. But that's typically the amount of content that you're getting per class, whether it's honestly one of the ICAST classes or one of the MRAA classes. So really strong education from the MRAA side, and I know from ICAST as well, highly rated education, stuff that people really say that they take things away from, they learn, they implement, and make change at their business. So a really great opportunity to do this. I know I talked to one retailer at ICAST that was so excited to finally have this hub, in the sport fishing side, because he had seen it in some of the other industries he had worked in. and was really excited to get this opportunity. So really great opportunity that ASA is giving you to get into this content and be able to dig in. I know someone just asked again, how do I get my login? Really, really easy. So you just go to the ASA website, asafishing.org, education hub. And that's where you'll end up on this page. And then it's just request access right here. So you just fill out this form. This form, again, will go to John. John will just verify your membership. And then he will let us know that you can have an account. We will send you, it's basically a welcome email that says, welcome to the ASA Education Hub. Here's your login. So then next time that you come in, you can go to Education Hub and you can simply hit this login button, and then you'll end up at this. I'm logged in, I guess, already. So you'll end up at the login page, but you'll end up here and you'll just hit login. So that's where you'll end up because I was already logged in. So that's where you'll end up. And again, if you've gotten to this webinar and you're not an ASA member, simply sign up for ASA membership or renew your membership, and you get that right away as part of your membership opportunities. So again, I really recommend it. This is a fantastic, as an organization that's been doing education for, like I said, more than 50 years, to see ASA jumping into this education realm as well is super exciting. I think as ASA members, you guys should be thrilled by this and excited to jump in. I know on the boat retailer side, our dealers use the heck out of our education programming and get a ton of value out of it. So again, highly recommend that you get a login for free if you're a member. So get the login, poke around, play around with the courses. Let us know too, what are you looking for next? What kind of education are you looking for? We have a whole plan to do quarterly webinars in tandem as well. And so there's opportunities for fresh education throughout the year, which is really exciting. So really looking forward to continuing to expand upon the hub and add more education all the time.
So if you have trouble logging in or getting access, just shoot me an email and we'll get that taken care of for you. Also, if you're not sure if your ASA membership is up to date or you need to renew, shoot an email or give Rob Russell a call, and he'll be happy to help as well. He'll be glad to hear from you, believe me.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I haven't seen any more questions, so I think we're good. Thank you so much. Hopefully, luckily we got this nice done short and sweet, so hopefully we didn't take up too much of your day. Hopefully you learned something new today. Again, make sure that you get access to that hub. If you already have access, make sure you log in and play around with it, or let us know, like John said, if you can't get in for some reason, or if you need a password reset, we can always do that as well. And we'd love to see you in. So thank you.
Thanks, everyone.